There are lots of ways to raise a child, different philosophies, different lifestyles. But one thing that most parents agree on is that safety comes first and foremost. Child safety standards have changed over the years. Fortunately, it turns out. Because when we looked back at our archives, we found a lot of cringe-worthy childcare moments. Let's start with this footage from 1938. That's a little boy in New York, sitting with a group of alligators. The reptiles don't look particularly interested in him, but still, later he walks among them with an adult. At least he's holding a grown-up's hand? Just a merry, ill-advised stroll through a field of potentially deadly predators. And in 1934 California, someone thought it would be a good idea to put this little boy in a cage with a bunch of lions. That is a higher than normal number of lions. Give him a whip, sure, that won't make the big cats angry or anything. When he tries to pet one of the lion has its own idea. This could have ended up so much worse. At least the kid got an ice cream cone. And then there's this newsreel from 1950.
Connie Ann, 5 years old, and Colina Sue, 2.5, are a big help to Mother Luella, who is no mean hand with a handful of knives.
Just a regular, everyday mom throwing knives at her kids.
It takes a steady eye and a stout heart to heave knives at the apple of your eye. But this female William Tell has no qualms and plenty of faith.
Could we guess?
A near miss, but this miss says it's as good as a smile.
Yikes! This guy with a whip hitting things out of two boys' mouths is marginally safer. And this little girl in early 60s Vermont just wants to get in on the family fun of shooting clay pigeons. There's teaching responsible gun ownership, and then there's this. And here's a risky teaching proposition. These students are wearing diving bells to study underwater life. Those are heavy metal helmets, and the oxygen is being pumped in by hand. We're not saying it's dangerous, but we're not saying it's not dangerous either. Now, this little guy is at least being helpful. Look at him, hammering away at a construction site, a floor off the ground. Real hammer, no safety harness, no potential problems there. And seat belts. This old safety film shows what not to do, but that doesn't look like it's being shot in a studio. That little girl is actually climbing over the seat of a moving car. And way to go with the seatbelts and car seats. Later, they show a potentially dangerous situation and put an actual child in danger to do it. That is not how you do it. That's not how you do any of that. Someday, future generations may shake their heads at how kids are treated in our present era, but that doesn't mean we can't look at what our ancestors did and wonder how anybody made it to adulthood.